take this seriously at all?
Yeah, I'm busy.
The bond violation. They were sentencing on the violation. Did you get the new report?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Is there anything you wanted to say before I?
Yes. But I'd like to start off. Miss Wilson is a 22-year-old. She's very apologetic to the court. For the initial violation, she was upfront and honest about the dirty blow, and she admitted when presented to her. There was a delay for the tether, which I believe is what you're referencing on the report. The day of court, she did, that was April 17th, she did go to community corrections, but because she had her child with her, community corrections do not allow kids within the facility. She did not have a babysitter at that time, and she wasn't able to get the tether fitted that day. On the 18th and 19th, likewise, she did not have a babysitter. She also does not have a valid license right now, so she is not able to drive herself to the facility. She relies on others to help her out with rides. So that is why she wasn't able to get the tether fitted until Monday. She was going to try to go on the weekend, but since the community corrections is closed on the weekend, she wasn't able to do that. She is working full-time, works at EHM Senior Solutions in Saline. She's been there for the last 4 years. She works, she also is enrolled inside school full-time, inside the nursing program, and she's a full-time mother. She has no one to really help her with watching the kid during the day. So we'd be asked that she be allowed to continue on bond while this case is pending.
Anything from the people?
We leave it on the court's discretion.
Right away, you can hear the judge trying to understand something that honestly shouldn't be complicated. When a court gives someone a second chance, especially in a drunk driving case, it usually comes with very clear conditions. In this situation, the condition was simple. Get on the scram tether immediately so the court can monitor whether alcohol is being consumed. But what stands out here isn't just the delay. It's the tone of the conversation. The judge isn't yelling or angry yet. He's trying to piece together a timeline. And when judges start reconstructing timelines like this, it usually means they're seeing inconsistencies that don't make sense.
I'm trying to figure out why.
Can I stop?
Yeah.
I worked both.
What'd you say?
I work Thursday and Friday, and yeah, I have my kid up until I go to work. And I also didn't know that my son couldn't go in there because I went over there after court. And
I understand that, but that was on Wednesday.
right. And then I worked Thursday and Friday, and they weren't open the weekend.
Did you work Monday?
No.
Then why did it take you till 3:50 on Monday to get there?
Drop my kid off to his dad, or he can come get his kid. That's why.
So she usually starts work at 3 p.m. until 11:30, and that's whenever the father of the child takes the child. Before then, she is usually watching the child.
Well, not watching.
Tell me how I know that you weren't drinking over the week. I mean, young lady,
I don't.
you're here on a drunk driving case. I put you on a sober line, right? The alleged blood alcohol content was 0.085. There was an accident. During the course of this, you're not blowing when you're supposed to, and then I have a dirty blow. I should have sent you to jail that day, and I didn't do it. And I didn't do it giving you an opportunity to maybe show during this week that you could exist with a scram tether, not drink.
I'm confused with the last part you said, because I got the tether.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
5 days late. So I guess the record's clear. Between the time of the 17th to the time you got the tether, you didn't blow into a sober link either.
Yeah, because the device locks. I didn't know if that was because
Because you were supposed to probably be on a scram.
Right.
And she did inform me of that.
Sure.
She did inform me of that yesterday when she tried to test on the sober link on the 18th. It gave her an error that it had to be reset.
And you did nothing.
Bring my kid in there, I can't.
But you did nothing.
This moment right here is where the entire tone of the courtroom changes. Because when the judge asks if she's taking the case seriously, the response is basically that she's busy and the process is inconvenient. And that's the worst possible thing you could say to a judge. Courts hear excuses every single day. But what they're looking for is effort, some indication that the person understands the seriousness of the situation. Instead, the judge hears something that sounds like the case is just another annoying appointment on her schedule, and you can almost feel the shift. The judge stops trying to understand and starts reminding her why she's there in the first place.
Is the cause of that inconvenience except you?
Right.
I think her youth plays an age inside this. She's only 22. This is her first criminal case.
I'm not even 22 yet. My birthday's Friday.
So she's 21. This is her first criminal case. I do that going forward.
Now, this is the part that really explains the judge's reaction. Because at first it might sound like the court is being harsh over one mistake. But once the judge starts reading through the violations, the picture changes completely. It's not just one missed test. It's not just one delay, but it's a pattern. Missed test windows, late tests, no tests at all, and eventually a positive alcohol reading. When a monitoring program like this is in place, every test matters because it's designed to prove that the person is staying sober while the case is pending. From the court's perspective, every missed test creates doubt. And when the judge sees that many violations in such a short period of time, it stops looking like bad luck and starts looking like someone simply ignoring the rules.
And then she appears before me on the 17th. I give her a break by not remanding her and tell her that she has to get a tether. And then I get here, I'm now, and set this out to the 24th, and now I get here and she's too busy and it's inconvenient. Really?
I can understand the court's frustration.
Oh, I'm not frustrated. I'm just,
Yeah.
I don't get frustrated.
Yeah. Well, she does have the tether on, so it would negate any further missed test, Your Honor. If she's able to continue on to bench.
So I'm just supposed to say, don't follow anything I told you to do.
Absolutely.
Just go on your merry way.
No, absolutely not. But when we spoke, she did state that she'd like to continue this case. She'd like to stay out on bond. She's able and willing to comply with all further court orders.
How do I know that?
I've been coming to court all year. I haven't missed a court date.
Yeah, you're right. You haven't missed a court date. You've missed a lot of tests. You miss going to community corrections. You went there when it was convenient for you. Young lady, that's not how this works.
I mean, I didn't have a choice. I can't bring my kid in there.
I get the 17th. You needed to find a way to make an arrangement on the 18th and 19th. You didn't do it. In fact, so that we're also clear on the 19th, on the 18th, community corrections talked to you that day, and you told them that you would report to them on the 19th.
Yes, because I thought I could, but I couldn't.
That's a Friday. And you didn't report on the 19th. You didn't call to reschedule or offer to them, according to this report, any explanation for your not reporting. You just didn't show up. And then on Monday, even if I accept your rationale that you were working and that in terms of working, you couldn't make it, even if I accept that rationale, which I don't. Monday, you weren't working and you still didn't go until late, actually after the agent that's assigned to your case at Community Corrections had left. And you're lucky that somebody else there stepped in and put you on a scram tether. Because otherwise you'd be showing up today with no tether. And mind you, the person that did that did it after the agent that's assigned to your case had terminated you from community correction supervision because you weren't compliant. Anything else?
And further, nothing further, Your Honor.
By the time we reach the sentencing, the judge has already made something very clear. This case isn't about being busy. It's about accountability. One thing judges emphasize constantly is that court orders are not suggestions. When the court tells someone to report somewhere, test for alcohol, or install a monitoring device, those instructions are mandatory. And what the judge is saying here is that the report didn't show someone trying and struggling. It showed someone treating the process like it could wait until it was convenient that the 5-day jail sentence isn't just punishment for the violation itself. It's a reset. It's the court sending a message that the rules apply regardless of someone's schedule. Sometimes the moment people realize the seriousness of a case is the moment consequences finally happen.